Good afternoon and welcome to the midday news on OGTV. Doinsola Ogunbadewa is my name. President Bola Tinubu has asked the Senate to approve the nominations of two new chief executives for the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC. The request followed the resignation of Engineer Farouk Ahmed of the NMDPRA and Gbenga Komolafe of the NUPRC. Both officials were appointed in 2021 by former President Buhari to lead the two regulatory agencies created by the Petroleum Industry Act (PIA). To fill these positions, President Tinubu has written to the Senate requesting expedited confirmation of Orishemeyiwa Amanorisewo Eyesan as CEO of NUPRC and Engineer Saidu Aliyu Mohammed as CEO of NMDPRA. The two nominees are seasoned professionals in the oil and gas industry. Eyesan, a graduate of economics from the University of Benin, spent nearly 33 years with the NNPC and its subsidiaries. He retired as Executive Vice President Upstream 2023-2024 and previously served as Group General Manager Corporate Planning and Strategy at NNPC from 2019 to 2023. Engineer Saidu Aliyu Mohammed, born in 1957 in Gombe, graduated from Ahmadu Bello University in 1981 with bachelor's in chemical engineering. Ogun State House of Assembly has screened the nominee of the state governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, for the post of Adisultanra for local governments, Mr. Abdul Najim Olayinka, with a commendation to the governor for appointing a thoroughbred professional and a distinguished civil servant into the post of Auditor General for local governments. The lawmakers who took turn to applaud the governor described the nominee as a round peg in the round hole, who had distinguished himself in all the positions he had occupied. While presiding over the screening at the Assembly Complex, Okemoso Abeokuta, the Speaker, Right Honorable Ludaisi Elemide, joined his co-lawmakers to commend the governor and charged the nominee to ensure that his tenure is marked by positive change, impacts the service positively with integrity, transparency, and accountability if confirmed. Responding, the nominee thanked the governor for his nomination while appreciating the lawmakers for the confidence reposed in him, promising to run an all-inclusive management team with strong mechanisms and accountability and transparency. Olayinka, a native of Shagamu local government area and a graduate of accounting from the Olabisi Onabanjo University, trained as an auditor, was until his nomination the head of operations at the OG Cares Livelihood Support Unit under the Ministry of Finance. Ogun State House of Assembly Committee on Finance and Appropriations has commended the Office of the Head of Service for its professionalism, prompt delivery and strategic role as the engine room of government, describing its performance as critical to effective governance across the states. Members of the House Committee on Finance and Appropriation, led by Honorable Musefiu Lamidi, gave the commendation, while the State Head of Service, Mr. Kehinde Onosoya, led other agencies and bureau under his office to defend the 2026 budget proposals of his office. Correspondent Kolawole Osho covered the event. His report.
The Ogun State Head of Service, Mr. Kehinde Onosoya, while defending the 2026 budget proposals of the different bureau under his office before the Committee on Finance and Appropriation, said his office was deliberately anchored on capacity building to deepen reforms and to reinvigorate the civil service to drive efficiency and improved service delivery.
His Excellency the Governor of the State is the Babylon CEO is indeed an apostol of capacity building. ensure the smooth operation of government business. And this we are continuing to do, and we shall do more in the year 2026.
Mr. Onosoya appreciated the state governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, for his visionary style in turning the state to an investment destination of choice through the promotion of infrastructure and investment incentives that had put the state on the front burner among its peers on the ease of doing business ratings.
Under our office, we have the Bureau of Public Service Reforms. Reforms is about changes, it's about dynamism. I think the service must continue to progress, what is very, very key. We have carried out quite a number of reforms. We have IGR, the education sector. We are coming up with a compendium of all our activities that has to do with reforms.
Presenting the budget estimates of his office, the state head of service proposed a total expenditure of 1.252 billion naira, comprising 291 million naira for capital projects, with a sum of 748 million naira being earmarked for overhead costs and 212 million naira set aside for personnel expenditure, just as the projected revenue target for the next year stood at 9.7 million naira. The lawmakers, led by the committee chairman, Honorable Musefiu Lamidi, acknowledged the various reforms and programs put in place by the office to enhance service delivery and aid good governance in the state.
Our mandate is to ensure accountability, transparency, physical discipline, and value for money for the people of the state.
Today, we have shown example in Ishitusa. It shows diligence, it shows character and efficiencies.
More importantly, the communicator, the PR specialist, and is a journalist of repute. So I have no doubt in my mind that is going to bring changes to the civil service. And he has told us all he has done, all the changes he has brought.
The committee advocated for increased funding to the Office of the Head of Service to strengthen its capacity and enhance the discharge of its statutory responsibilities to aid service delivery in the next fiscal year.
Ogun State Deputy Governor Engineer Noimod Salako Oyedele has attributed the increased inflow of investments into the states to the people-focused policies of Dapo Abiodun-led administration. The Deputy Governor stated this at the official opening of Alpha Morgan Bank, Songwater branch. She noted that the sustained investment in infrastructure, improved security architecture, and ongoing regulatory reforms have positioned the state as one of the most attractive destinations for investors in Nigeria. The Ogun State government has declared that it would not compromise standards in road construction across the state, urging all contractors engaged by it to deliver jobs that conform with government specifications or risk losing those jobs. The government handed down this warning following the stop work order issued by the Ogun State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure on Monday, December 15, to the managing director of Slababogo Nigeria Limited, the contractor handling the reconstruction of the Pwadi Arikawe Road GRA in Shagamu area of the state. The road, which is 3.39 kilometers in length and is being done by the Ogun State government, previously attracted a stop work order when the contractor handling phase 1 of it, namely 260-meter constituency projects of the senator representing Ogun East in National Assembly, Bengal Daniel, failed to abide by specifications. The Ogun State government said that information obtained in respect of the road as initially proposed by the Ogun East senator indicated that it would take the federal government between 6 and 7 years to attend to the rest of the road, as phase 2, 3, and 4 are merely proposals adding that Dapo Abiodun government therefore awarded the rest of the road in order to address the plight of residents of the area. In a statement signed by Special Advisor to Governor Dapo Abiodun on Media and Strategy, Honorable Kayode Akimade, the government indicates that its actions followed the Works Ministry's receipt of information from the resident engineer on the projects that the contractor had commenced the drainage work singly reinforced steel instead of doubly reinforced steel recommended in the contracts. That the contractor, who was immediately given the official stop work on the same day, was instructed to demolish all the concrete bases and remove all the reinforcement steel since the walls had not been cast, and reconstruct them with doubly reinforced steel using grade 30 concrete. Now the package for the Ogun State Deputy Governor's Commission is ready, so I'll take this story again. Ogun State's Deputy Governor, Engineer Naimod Salako Oyedele, has attributed the increasing inflow of investments into the state to the people-focused policies of Dapo Abiodun-led administration. The Deputy Governor stated that at the official opening of Alpha Morgan Bank Sango Ota branch, she noted that the sustained investments in infrastructure, improved security architecture, and ongoing regulatory reforms have positioned the state as one of the most attractive destinations for investors in Nigeria.
It's my pleasure to be here today to witness and celebrate the commissioning of the Alpha Morgan Bank Ota branch. Today marks an important milestone, not just for Alpha Morgan Bank, but also for Ota, for Ogun State, and for our shared aspiration of inclusive economic growth. I warmly commend the vision, discipline, and commitment of the Group Managing Director, Mr. Ade Brimo, a proud son of Ogun State, whose leadership has seen Alpha Morgan grow steadily into the strong and respected financial institution it is today. His journey reflects what is possible when talent is matched with clarity of purpose and strategic long-term thinking.
On the foreign scene, Washington has approved $11 billion worth of arms to Taiwan, announcing one of the largest weapons packages for the island as it seeks to deter a potential Chinese invasion. While Washington is traditionally Taiwan's biggest arms supplier, remarks by U.S. President Donald Trump raised doubts about his willingness to defend the democratic island. Taiwan has ramped up its defense spending in the past decade as China has intensified military pressure, but Trump's administration has pushed the island to do more to protect itself. The arms sale announced, which still needs U.S. congressional approval, would be the second since Trump returned to office in January after the $330 million sale of parts and components in November. The Bosun Tijani Foundation has announced the plans to host her festive basketball tournament, a 3-day youth sports and development event scheduled to hold from 19th through 21st December 2025 at the Alaki Sports Complex, Ijeja, Abeokuta, Ogun State. Inspired by the vision of Dr. Bosun Tijani, Honorable Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, the tournament reflects a broader commitment to youth development beyond traditional pathways, with the theme Tech Meets Basketball. The initiative combines competitive sports and creativity, technology, and community engagement, creating an inclusive platform where young people can express themselves, connect, and celebrate. The tournament will feature competitive matches among youth teams, alongside a vibrant fun village, cultural and entertainment activities, tech showcase zones, and stakeholder engagements involving government, private sector actors, and youth-focused organizations, all designed to create a festive and memorable experience for participants and spectators alike. Before I go on the midday news, don't forget that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Thank you for watching the midday news. Join us again at 2 for more news. Bye for now.